All right, guys, we actually have something that's starting to look like a car you could drive. So I'm working on the, what you just saw there was me cutting the radius in the seat, the bottom of the seat bar, okay? And pretty much just trying to get that fitted in right now. I got the seat out of the other car to try to kind of mock it up and to see where everything's gonna sit. And if you notice this, we got a new steering wheel. This is an MPI steering wheel with a couple buttonholes and orange stripe on the top. And then we also have the strange quick release. So yeah, I kind of wanted to mock that up before I actually set the seat in the exact spot I want, because I wasn't sure where the steering wheel would land. So I wanted to make sure that I got that right before I went ahead and bolted the seat in, obviously. So I pretty much have it where I want. I used a little piece of aluminum here just to kind of mock it up to get the angle I wanted here, which is right around 70 degrees of angle there. So yeah, everything looks really good. I also have the seatbelt harness that I can kind of, I got to make some weld tabs for that though. But right now, let's just see if we can get this seat mounted on this bar, and then we need to make something for the back too. I need to come up with something to attach the seat to that, the seat belt bar. So yeah, I think I pretty much have it where I want. Right here, it lands on this little flat spot right here on the seat. Yeah, and then I'm gonna have to make something that kind of, I don't know, like maybe comes off this bar here, kind of like this, and then another piece kind of like this, you know, in order to support the seat a little better rather than just having it only hooked to the bar. So I kind of wanted to like cradle the seat a little bit and just so it's really secure and solid. So yeah, I need to, the strange quick release was an interesting little situation. I had to use, I don't know if you know about these strange quick releases have a piece that it gets welded onto. Okay, there's like a little stub here that you weld onto your steering column, and it actually didn't fit very well. I mean, that didn't fit at all. It didn't, you know, it doesn't match up to that hole. So I basically had to use the old sleeve that was in the old steering wheel, and I kind of cut it down to fit the on the outside of this tube. Okay, and then that's going to get welded onto there, and then this I machined it so that it fits perfectly in there. So that'll get welded to that, that'll get welded to that, and then that's it. That's pretty much how it's gonna look. Yeah, let me go ahead and get the this tacked in, and oh, I do have, let me pull the seat out really quick. Yeah, so I do have the plate, okay, the 6x6 plate already tacked in here and here. Pretty much kind of cut a piece off here so that it fit up next to this contour, and then give it a little bend so that it fits along this part right here really good. So just got like 5 tacks in it, and so we pretty much need to start putting an angle on this and getting it down to where you know, it's level. Get that bar level, and then square with the cage too. Okay, so we got it pretty much where we want it. Right here, I got 0.1 on the angle finder there. Man, I love that angle finder. You really can't build a race car without one of those. It helps everywhere when you're mounting things, because it's very hard to know where level is compared to the chassis. Whenever if you're trying to just use a bubble level, it won't be very accurate. So, but anyway, yeah, and I went ahead and cleaned up over here, and this part here, I have a tiny gap here that I can probably fill in pretty easily with the TIG. This is really good. I got this to fit really nice. Okay, so I got some pieces for the back of the seat that are gonna fit up on this bar here, okay? Basically right here with a nice little angle on it, kind of like that, which in turn will fit on the back of the seat here and pretty much support it like that. So this seat here has a little bit of a like a contour to it, a flat spot here, and then it contours this way and that way. So I'm gonna kind of, when this gets on there, or when I mount this on there, I'm gonna try to bend these two ends to match the contour of the seat, so that it'll kind of like, you know, kind of like cradle the seat to keep it from moving side to side as well. So that should be pretty strong. And like I said, I got the bottom bars tacked in. So let me get this piece tacked in and kind of see if I can bend it a little bit around this seat. And yeah, we're getting close. This is pretty easy part of the project. And it's gonna be super secure too. I mean, it's not gonna move whatsoever. So let me do that and then I'll be back. Okay, so sorry about the noise. It's raining pretty hard here. But you pretty much want, okay, so we have this kind of held in place by the magnets, and you pretty much want this bar to be level. So I went ahead and checked it with my angle finder. You want this bar level and then pointing right at the steering wheel. So pretty much centered right on the steering wheel, so that way when the seat's centered on the steering wheel, we'll be right on this flat spot right here. So it'll be perfectly in line with the support of the seat, if you kind of know what I mean. So yeah, I can pretty much get this tacked in, and then we have this plate that we'll tack onto that, and then we'll set the seat in there and see what it looks like. Okay guys, I'm crammed in the back of the car here, and I just wanted to show y'all exactly how this is gonna work. Okay, so it's gonna attach here and then have these little bends in it, and this is where I'm gonna probably bolt it to, here and here, so you can kind of see how this is gonna fit. I had to put a little angle on here to get that to fit just right. I've been kind of like grinding it, fitting it, grinding it, fitting it. That's kind of what you got to do in order to do like one-off custom stuff like this. So okay, so we got this tacked in. We have this plate here, which I've kind of bent up a little bit, as you can see, and that's going to fit the contour of the bottom of the seat, kind of like that, as you can see. Kind of holds it, you know, like cradles it basically. So what I'm going to do, I figured the easiest way to do it is to pretty much put some holes in this to weld to this bar. I think they call those like rosette holes, to be able to get to it, because it's going to be really hard to weld up underneath there in that spot if I was to just leave it like that and try to weld it. But if you put holes in it, you can get to the top of it and weld it real nice, and then grind it down the top to make it flat for the seat to fit, and it'll be really strong. So yeah, all I gotta do is center this up, weld that on, and then we're good to go. So I'm probably gonna have to turn the amperage up a little bit, because it took quite a while. This is pretty thick steel, and it took quite a while to get a puddle going. So I'm gonna have to turn the amperage up to get it to go a little quicker. That went a little faster, but I can still go up a little bit more. So yeah, that's one thing you want to pretty much keep an eye on as you're welding. If it takes too long to start a puddle, get your amperage up until it only takes about 2 seconds to start puddling. If it takes like 3, 4, 5, then you're starting to heat everything up around it, and that you don't want that, especially with chromoly. So you want to keep the heat down as much as possible. But okay, we got 2 tacks in. That's in there pretty good, and we'll set the seat in and let's sit in it and see what happens. So guys, it slipped in perfect. It slipped in like a glove. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And it just, I mean, not even bolted in. It's like really sturdy because of the way it's cradled on the top and the bottom. So yeah, and then pretty much I have the seat belt in a box over there. Maybe we'll take a look at that really quickly. These are RJS Racing, pretty much your standard 5-point harness with the cam lock. Okay, it's got the cam lock on it where you just twist it and everything pops open. But we'll just take it apart here. This is just like the older one I had, and I'll kind of show you guys. Okay, the submarine belt, the one that goes up underneath, actually it doesn't come out of the cam. So that's pretty much going to mount up underneath. Okay, so I'll have to make some sort of, I don't really want to scratch this up right now because I don't have any carpet, but you can see that tab, I'll have to weld a tab on the bottom of this bar here, and then it'll wrap up. Okay, it's plenty long to do that. You can see it's really long to go all the way up underneath the seat like that. As you can see it wraps up around. It'll come right to my waist right there. And then I went with let's see, in the back. Okay, I went with there's 2 different types of racing harnesses you can get. One has 2 different basically tabs, okay, and then this one has just 1. So what I'll have to do is, since this hole here doesn't really line up where I need it to, and my shoulders are down here anyway, okay, so I'm gonna have to cut a new hole here, which is not a big deal, and slip the belt through that. And then yeah, pretty much I'm gonna put a tab in the back. Okay, tab right here, and this will bolt right to that with a nice grade 8 bolt right there. It'll slide through the back of that, and that's pretty much it. The lap belts are pretty easy too. You know, you pretty much just tap them, put tabs here, bolt that there. I'm not sure if it'll be going through this. Well, most likely it'll go up through this slot here, and same on this side. We'll put a tab over there, and then we'll have our 5-point harness all hooked to the cage. So yeah, let me go ahead and sit in it, and then we'll be done. So yeah, it feels really good. Everything fits nice. I mean, like I said, I don't even have it bolted in yet, and it already feels sturdy. So once it's bolted, this is gonna feel really good. So yeah, I mean, everything fits really good. I feel like I'm really close to the steering wheel. It feels like I'm close to it, maybe a little closer than the other car. Height-wise, it's perfect. I just feel like I'm a little bit closer, which is not bad. That's not a bad thing. If you watch like drag racing on TV or anything, you'll see that the guys are actually pretty close to their steering wheel. But I mean, I have a normal bend in my arm. It's not like I'm not like this or anything. I have a normal bend in my arm. That's pretty much what you want. And you know, I can get to my shifter really easily right here. So yeah, everything's working out really good. This is starting to feel like an actual car now when you get a steering wheel and seat in it. So yeah, everything's going good. So that'll do it for this video. It's probably getting long. So I just wanted to show you guys the seat installation on this thing. And most likely what I'm going to end up doing now that this is mocked up the way I want it is put this seat back in the white car, because we might be going to the track on Sunday. just to do some more test runs and you know, work on some things. But oh, and I also do have, let me get my, I always do this whenever I'm about to end a video. I always think of other things. But yeah, I ordered tires too. So we got the Mickey Thompson 275 60 15s. Okay, so we got to get those. Kind of what I want to do is kind of get them mocked up a little bit. So basically what I mean by that is get this stuff off, get the rear end out, and get the tires set up in here, okay, where I want them, and then see what I need to clearance, see what I need to cut, and you know, see what I need to bang out as far as the inner fender well to clearance it for those tires, because I know I'm gonna have to do that. So, you know, I don't mind that at all. So, but anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, and I will, like, share, and subscribe. I'll check you next time.